hello everybody. We are back. I've been gone for I would have been gone for 2 weeks. The show's been gone for 1 week.
Yes.
And the show didn't happen last week. We'll get into that fucking later. We are back. We're here. You are listening to some shit we like. You might be watching some shit we like. Who knows?
You might be listening to some shit we like.
I already said that. I already said you might be listening to some shit we like. And this is episode 289. I am here with Rick only this week. Mike is not here with us this week. He's unavailable.
But he's in the chat.
Mike is in the chat.
Bryce,
I don't
scoot
wanna.
over right a little bit. Yeah, I see it too.
Rick is
I didn't say anything.
Rick's keeping me cozy. I'm trying to do an intro and I'm fucking getting directions from people off camera, in the chat, everywhere. Yeah, Rick, yeah. See, now you get closer. Anyways, Mike is not here, but he is in the chat this week. And sorry we missed you last week. Sorry I've missed you for 2 weeks. But if you are here, you found us. Thank you for watching. We appreciate that. We appreciate you. And I'm going to go over the whole spiel that I do every week. And yeah, so if you're listening to us, you found us. Tuesdays, someshitwelike.com or whatever podcast services that you like to use. You'll always know when the podcast is up because we post it on Twitter. That's what we do. It's the only time I use social media. Otherwise, you might be watching clips throughout the week, and if you are watching clips, you aren't hearing me say this shit right now. But I'm gonna fucking say it anyway. So clips go up on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at noon, and then we put up a second clip for your enjoyment at 6 o'clock on Thursday as well. And then on Friday, if you don't want to get clipped to death, we put up the whole motherfucking show for you to watch. And then if you're watching the whole motherfucking show, you are hearing me say this. So
thank you.
So maybe you're hearing me say this and you'll be like, oh, there's clips. I want to watch some clips. Well, now you know.
And now we lost a view. Because they're going to go look at the clips. See the abridged version of the show.
Maybe. But it's still views to us. So
Cheese is going to watch the whole thing. He usually watches the whole show.
If he misses us live.
Yeah.
Or you can catch us live on Twitch sometime on the weekend. Usually Saturday. Except last week. So, hi Rick, how are you? Haven't seen you for a couple weeks.
I know.
Mike, how are you? I've been talking to you on Voxer before the show.
I am doing good. I am doing wonderful.
Are you?
I am.
Are you or are you lying?
I mean, I'm whatever. I'm not interesting.
Rick and I've joked about this on the show before, but Rick and I did not ask how we were when we first got here.
No, we just came
I walked in, he asked for a
up.
drink, gave him the drink, set up, went over what we were going to talk about, asked if there was anything else. I'm like, I think that's good, and we'll probably, bounce off into some other shit. So I'm legitimately asking him how he's doing.
Well, I mean, I talked to you over Voxer.
I know. Rick and I talk every day, so it's fine.
But
You're ruining the illusion!
I know, I'm totally ruining it.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm alright. I've been playing a lot of Spider-Man.
Have you?
Oh yeah, I'm nearly 50% on the game.
Cool.
But that's what's been taking most of my time since we didn't have a show last week. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to dive all in on Spider-Man. And I've been playing, like, when I sit down, I've been playing, like, so many, like,
Are you trying?
2 to 4 hours.
Have you? Really?
Yeah.
Are you streaming every time or no?
Not every time, no. Well, only when I feel like it, for the most part.
Mike, I was asking you also. Mike is yelling at me because he didn't feel like I asked how he was doing. But Mike, I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad. I don't know. Mike's getting ready to go to a wedding. But yeah, you're welcome for asking. If you want me to ask properly though, what's going on, man? How are you? That's just for you, Mike. But thanks for reminding me. That's basically the part I heard on the podcast, on that podcast before I rolled into Studio B. That's as far as I got. I got a little bit further than that. I know he's getting married this weekend. That's funny. Is that the wedding you're going to? Are you going to Conrad Thompson's wedding? Fuck you, man. Why couldn't I have been your plus one? Anyways, you're not trying to talk about Spider-Man right now, right?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just that mostly, and messing around with design a little bit.
Yeah.
Trying to hone my skills, It's been a while since I've really used Photoshop much.
What are you photoshopping?
I just have some like illustrations from other people that...
You're posting heads on like girls that you like on the naked bodies?
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
Now, there's this one Patreon that I follow. She's an artist, and she puts out just like blank drawings, and you just color it in however you want. Whether
This is to Mike in the chat, not to any viewers.
and you basically can do whatever you want with it. So like, well, like if you, I was messing with the dragon, kind of. The other one was the other one? I forgot what the other one was.
I don't think I really knew that that was something you're into.
Yeah, I mean, I'd create the graphics for the show, dude.
Yeah, I know, but you always talk about editing. I've never heard you talk passionately about like Photoshop and stuff.
Oh, well,
Or graphic design stuff.
well, not recently, lately, but or in the past, but recently, actually.
Like when I think you like movies. You've talked about wanting to write stuff, and then you seem to enjoy editing. I've never heard you talk about graphic design. I mean, I know you've made the graphics, but I never knew that was something that you're passionate about.
Oh yeah, I was gonna go to college for that.
You what?
I was gonna go to college for that.
Well, you didn't. Now you're here.
I know I didn't. Fucked up my life. Bryce, how are you?
I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Enough of the bullshit. Let's just start.
All right. So we got some news for you. Some movie news.
We have some shit that we're going to talk about that you guys probably already know about, but we're going
Yeah.
to talk about it because you like to
We've
hear
been
our
gone.
opinions, or we like to think that you like to hear our opinions. Yeah, and some of the shit's going to be a week old, but we like it. We want to talk about it, so we're going to do it. And I need to breathe.
You should probably breathe. It might help you to live.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad has a new director, first of all, and that is James Gunn,
Mm-hmm.
who was recently fired from Disney / Marvel because of how do you say that word?
Controversial tweets.
Tweets. That he apologized even before this was brought to light.
The tweets existed before he ever hired for.
I
Ever
know.
was hired at Disney. He
Disney
apologized before he got big with Disney, and then now someone wants to bring the shit up. That doesn't mean it doesn't make it okay, but it just feels like
Right.
a fucking witch hunt. That's all.
Yeah, like he apologized for in the past, even before he got. Anyways, we're not talking about that. So yeah, he got picked up from DC to do Suicide Squad 2. David Ayer,
Was he the original director?
who's the original director.
Okay.
Apparently, his version of Suicide Squad 2 was going to be a lot like the Birds of Prey TV show that they're going to put out.
Mm-hmm.
So they wanted to kind of go a different direction.
What's Birds of Prey?
Birds of Prey is with Oracle, Huntress, yeah. And I forgot who the other ones were. I'm not too familiar. There was actually a Birds of Prey TV show back in the day.
That
Had
sounds
Aaron
familiar.
Paul in it.
Really?
Yeah, I sent you that clip, I believe.
Like a young Aaron Paul.
Yeah, you really-
like a before
yeah.
Breaking Bad.
Before
Aaron Paul?
Breaking Bad, Aaron Paul. And he was still doing commercials.
Hmm.
But that only had one season, and it never really took off. Obviously. But anyways, yeah, so they're going to go in a different direction, and with that direction, they went with James Gunn. David Ayer said on Twitter that I think it's incredibly brave and smart move by the studio. James is the right man for the job, and I concur.
Is there a reason why David Ayer isn't directing?
Well, yeah, I just said it because his script and his vision was a lot similar to Birds of Prey.
Well, you didn't. I mean,
That's okay. Sorry, that's the reason why. And also,
so they didn't like that.
no, they wanted to go in a different direction, and I guess
Well, he's not. At least he's
already
not mad about it. So.
yeah. And even he thinks that it's a smart
Mhm.
move, which I also think is a smart move. I mean, look what he did with Guardians. I mean,
it's cool. Like he's not. I mean, because essentially you could argue that David Ayer kind of got fired or passed over too, but he seems to be humble about it.
yeah. I'm sure he has other projects he wants to work on as well too.
But yeah, I saw the
So-
story. Rick and I are weird, and like at least I think Rick realizes this is what's happening. But if he doesn't, this is what I'm pretty sure is happening. But sometimes Rick and I just communicate entirely through GIFs on Voxer. And I know that we're actually having a legitimate conversation because I'll send a GIF and he'll respond to the GIF where it makes sense. So I'm pretty sure Rick and I kind of indirectly talked about this story on Voxer strictly through
Oh
GIF.
yeah, we totally did.
And I didn't know if you knew, but I was like, Phil, I fucking know, motherfuckers.
That's funny.
Yeah,
It
so I
was
know.
all through gifts. That's right.
Yeah, so
I figured you'd pick up on it.
oh yeah, absolutely. I thought it was very interesting news for sure, and it actually it makes me pretty excited about Suicide Squad 2, just because I'm curious, you know. I don't think I hated Suicide Squad. I thought it was fine.
It was
You know?
entertaining.
Yeah, it was entertaining, but I mean, I think, fuck, like, I almost kind of feel like it puts the sequel onto a whole new level or platform because a lot of people love the Guardians of the Galaxy movies and stuff, and so I think a lot of people immediately are going to be anxious to see what he brings to the table. You talk for a little bit. You don't like that very much, right? You want me to get you your other one?
I'm almost done with it.
I'm gonna get it.
Okay. Yeah, I think even before, let's say, even David Ayer got picked up as a director for this, like, I think James Gunn would have been perfect for it, too. Because, like, I mean, if you've seen his movies and or know his type of style, it's kind of like punk rock, I guess you would say. I mean, how I would put it, punk rock filmmaking, in a sense. Like, thank you, sir. And, yeah, I think his style is just perfect for it. And also, some bonus to that is that... I mean, everybody kind of already knows that Dave Bautista is kind of also angry with Marvel on the whole firing of James Gunn, and it seems like he's interested in showing up in Suicide Squad. Nothing official yet, but like besides the article, like I've seen tweets and stuff where he's playing it. You know, he's planting the seeds to hopefully get a meeting. I'm guessing. So,
I mean, I'm sure.
As far as I know, I don't think there's anything concrete, but
I'm sure there isn't, but I guarantee you that happens.
Oh, for
He's
sure.
been the most outspoken and probably one of the most supportive people of James Gunn, so I'm sure he'll definitely be in that. I don't know how that's gonna go, because remind me, comic book idiot sitting here, Suicide Squad is technically like is it like Fox DC? Or wait, I guess Disney owns. Who owns what anymore? I don't even fucking know.
Warner Brothers owns DC.
Okay.
Or it's a partner with DC, I believe.
All right.
So yeah.
I mean,
that's gonna be fucking.
It's fucking interesting
for this now.
It's actually pretty. It's pretty interesting, man, if you think about it, because Disney and Marvel are in like a bit of a pickle because they could lose Drax, you know, in Guardians. Like, I don't know if there's been new news on that or whatever. I know nothing's official, but I mean, he seems. I don't know. Right, he does, but I mean,
they could kill him off if they wanted to.
Who knows? Who knows what happens? But I mean, how crazy would it be? It's like he just jumps on over to. No, not even that. It's like, okay, well, you just lost, you know, a pretty likable, clearly a recognizable character from Guardians, and now he jumps over to fucking Warner Brothers and DC, right?
Yeah.
For Suicide Squad, and that gets big. It's almost like just like kind of like a big fuck you to Disney and Marvel.
Yeah. And I've been kind of thinking of like, well, who would he play? You know, who would I see him as? And this is kind of more my territory because I know you're not familiar with DC bad guys.
But I do have something I want to propose after you say this.
Oh, go for it.
Well, I was just going to say, in light of what you're going to, you know, despite whatever you're going to say, it's always possible, and maybe comic fans would hate this, but maybe he plays someone entirely original. Something
that's
new.
an interesting idea.
You know what I mean? Like... Yeah. Maybe you don't have to fit him into a box of like, well, which character does he play? Maybe he's just someone that's in the movies.
That's true.
Know? So that's always a possibility too. But go ahead, lay it out there for the people that know.
I don't think he's a Suicide Squad member, but it'd be interesting to see him, especially to have him in the Batman universe too. Mm-hmm. Clayface.
Okay.
I think it'd be pretty good for Clayface.
I'm gonna nod and act like I know, but I'm just.
You don't know. You never watched Batman animated series?
I mean, I watched bits and pieces.
You should watch it. It's really good. It's a real children's adult cartoon.
Yeah, I'd go through. Like, that was the one that was on. Well, it was on Fox, obviously, right? I'd go through phases where I think I would watch it. Maybe if I was waiting for something else to come on, or if there's nothing else on, and I would kind of get stuck. I'm like, oh, this is actually kind of good, but then I just would never stick with it. So
maybe he could play Bane too. I don't know. They already did Bane, so or someone new. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, you really think they would recast Bane?
I mean, I'm sure they would.
I guess they could. We're kind of in new Batman territory, anyways. So yeah.
But it'd be nice to see someone new rather than someone we've already seen. Mm-hmm. And I would love to see Clayface. That dude is real scary in the cartoon, in my opinion.
Really?
Because he could just change into anyone. He's kind of like a more...
He's made of clay.
Like, he is made of clay. Yeah,
there's more than his face. Like, is it his whole body?
Yeah, it's his whole entire
Well,
body.
that is the stupid fucking name for him then. Should be Clayman. Clay body. Clay human.
Alright.
I don't know. Something else. Clay face. That would that would be more interesting to me. Like,
Just a giant
if
clay
his
face?
if his character is Clayface, no, it'd just be funny if, like, you know, he's got a body and everything, but the only thing that fucking changes is his face. But I guess we do that too because we make different facial expressions. So I don't know.
Well, here, I'll show you a picture of Clayface. Look at that. That's Clayface.
Oh, kind of
Good
looks like
images.
a poop.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
But, that's the one from the animated series.
Mm-hmm.
But he has that build, you know.
Yeah, I could see Batista playing that.
And
But
in
like I
case
said-
any of you at home want to see, we'll pull that up right here for you.
What do you want me to say?
No, for anyone at home watching.
Oh, gotcha. But yeah, I also think it's possible maybe they just write a character for him too. You never know. If that were to happen, we're talking about something that
Yeah.
we don't even know if
We're
it's
just
happening. But
speculating.
I'd put money that he shows up in that movie, unless his contract prevents him from doing such a thing. Who knows?
That's true. That could always happen as well.
Yeah.
So moving on to the next news
Yeah,
that we have here is, again, it's old news, but we're still going to talk about it.
Again, we're like we said all along, we're not.
We're
gonna
excited
be,
for this.
We're not going to be breaking stories on
Yeah.
this show. Like, so until the day we get sources, and right now we don't have sources. So right now you're here watching us talk about things that maybe you're also interested in, but we're interested in it. That's why the show's called Some Shit We Like. So we're going to talk about it.
James Wan. We're going to talk about James Wan for a minute. No longer directing The Conjuring 3.
Mm-hmm. Well, to be fair, I feel like that headline is a little misleading because it was never confirmed that he was going to. He wasn't sure. No, he when
I think everyone kind of figured he was.
The latest I had read about it, which was a few months ago, was yes, he's done like 1 and 2 or whatever. So people thought like we're expecting him to do 3, but it was never official.
That's just trash to drink. I'm sorry.
You think if you shook it, it would have been better?
Maybe, but don't buy this right here. It tastes awful.
No, your mileage may vary. Buy it, shake it, see how you feel, form your own opinion. Don't listen to this guy.
Listen to me.
Don't. As far as I understand it, it was assumed that he would. It was assumed that he would be directing it, but it was never official because he didn't know if he'd have time between, like, because he was doing Aquaman and all this other stuff. But the movie kept getting, like, I don't want to say it got pushed off, but I mean, more and more time passed where, like, Aquaman is coming out and The Conjuring still hasn't started filming. So yeah, it was never, it's not like he was directing and then he's out. Like he was never, it was never like a thing. It was just expected.
Yeah, and it's not like he's gone because he is going to stay on
Yeah,
as executive producer on the show. I mean, on the show, on the movie. It'd be awesome if there was a show. Do you think they'd have enough content for it? A small little miniseries, American Horror Story like?
I guess they could, like, they're creating their own little universe, but I don't know.
Get back to us, Warner Brothers.
I don't know that I want to get into that yet.
We'll get into that.
I like like, as much as I like all the spin-off stuff, and a lot of the spin-off stuff is still dealing with the Warrens. I forgot, we talked about it, like, only a couple things aren't. As long as we're sticking to the source material a little bit, like, I like that all these things are based off of legit things.
So with that being said, Michael Chaves?
Where's the name?
Chaves?
It might be Chaves, or it could be Chav. I don't know.
He's the one who's going to direct The Conjuring 3. And
Oh, I don't know if you're going to say this.
Go
ahead.
for it.
I was going to say he's also directing the upcoming The Curse of La Llorona.
Yeah. And because he's doing that, Juan has been, I guess, working closely with him, and he likes what he sees from him.
Mm-hmm.
And he trusts him. So I trust him too.
Yeah.
I mean, Juan's a fucking amazing director. Like, he's probably one of my favorite directors right now, just because, like, how he, like, just watch Conjuring, 1 and 2. Like, he does a really good job with the camera and with storytelling and pacing. And if he trusts that dude, then I'm trust that dude too.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a situation too. Like, I don't think it's like he doesn't want to direct The Conjuring 3, but maybe he's kind of like grooming people, and like he wants to have sort of this role where, like, I'm still gonna be very, like, my hands are still gonna be a part of this, but I'm gonna give somebody else an opportunity. Could
yeah,
be something like that.
Didn't they have that contest going on too? Wasn't he part of that or no?
I don't remember.
Uh,
I know what you're talking about, but I don't recall.
So yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm also excited for the Curse of La Llorona.
Yeah, I can't wait to see an actual. There's no trailer for that.
No
yet,
trailer yet. Yeah.
as far as I know.
But hopefully this means he's doing more horror stuff because I like his horror
Yeah.
directing.
Is he keeping you? Is James Wan? I don't know because I feel like you were kind of in the same place as I was, and I think Mike was too when we watched the Aquaman trailer. But is James Wan basically the thing that's like keeping your foot in the door of wanting to see Aquaman at this point?
Pretty much.
Okay. Did you watch or see that extended like 5-minute thing that they put out, which I thought was ridiculous that they showed so much? I saw because it was on Kind of Funny, and I just happened to be on, and I don't really care that much. But
it wasn't.
It's fine. It made it look a little bit better, but it's just like I don't know.
I still kind of want to go in with optimistic because like when we saw the trailer for Days of Future Past and we saw the costumes and how ridiculous it looked,
yeah,
and then going into it, it turned out to be one of their best X-Men movies, not including Logan. So yeah, it could be something like that. It could be something like Days of Future Past where it just kind of looks silly, but when you get into the movie, it's probably going to be really good.
And I would agree with you there. The only problem that I have with it, and all the ladies are going to kill me, is I don't think, at least from what I've seen, Jason Momoa does not seem like he's a good actor. He's what's making me cringe. His lines, his delivery, it's just, I don't know if you feel the same way, but he just does not. I don't know. Like, I don't know. And maybe it's the writing. I don't fucking know. But like a lot of the stuff that a lot of the stuff that I'm cringing at has to do with him. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't know.
But at the same time, like I said, I kind of want to go in a little optimistic compared to the first time we saw that trailer.
Yeah. So anyways, okay, back to the Conjuring. Conjuring 3. Is the rest of this just kind of all recap? Yeah, details for the plot are still under wraps. But yeah, we've seen this before. Peter Safran
to shoot.
Well, reports were pointing towards gearing up for a 2019 shoot for a 2020 release, but we don't know yet. That's where it stands right now. And then details for the plot are being kept under wraps.
Of course.
But supposedly that The Conjuring 3 is going to break the pattern of another supernatural possession in a house with a family in peril.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this a little bit already, but I'm going to fucking talk about it again. I think that Annabelle 3 that's coming up sounds super fucking interesting. Remember we talked about how it's supposed to like it has to deal with the room where the Warrens keep all their stuff. You know, Annabelle gets put in that room.
Yeah.
And supposedly, like, the thing that I saw was that
it's supposed to haunt them.
It's going to terrorize their daughter. But I guess there's been no confirmation yet, although I don't know how they wouldn't be in the movie, but there's been no confirmation yet that Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga would be in that movie. But it seems like they could be. Or I guess if they aren't in the movie, it could be that they're off on a case. The daughter's
at home alone.
Could be interesting, yeah. We're big fans of the Conjuring universe, so we're excited to get any sort of information on these movies upcoming and rumors and whatever else.
We got our hands all over it. So if you want more of that, come back here.
Okay.
We will talk about that to death.
Yes.
Well,
you know what? I'm gonna wedge this in here really quick since we're kind of talking about horror a little bit. I take it, and I'm sure you didn't because you would have told me you did not watch an episode of The Haunting of Hill House. That's okay.
Or watched American Horror Story.
Yeah, I know.
We
watch that. Well, we could talk about that.
Go for it. Talk.
Dude, I've still only seen the first episode. I wanted to watch more last night, but I just didn't get around to it. Like, it just got late and I got tired and I just didn't do it. But dude, you need to. I really like. I know you have so many things that you could be and should be watching, but it's fucking Halloween time. It's this season. Like, watch the first episode. If that first episode doesn't get you, or if you don't think it's cool, then nothing. I think you would still keep going because I think you give it more of a shot than that. But I'm really pumped about this show. Like, it's just, I don't know. I love the first episode. It just has such a cool feel. We're talking about, if I didn't make it clear already, we're talking about The Haunting of Hill House. It just got put up on Netflix this week. You know, if you stay up late Thursday at midnight, otherwise it was out on Friday. But yeah, I really liked it. And something that I picked up on, I'm not sure how big her role is, but it's probably somewhat big. But the girl in Annabelle Creation, kind of like the main girl, if you know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
She's in this. And it's funny, she's funny because she does so many horror things. Like she's in Ouija. She's in one of the Ouija movies.
Oh, she is?
Yeah. She's in Annabelle Creation. And now she's in The Haunting of Hill House. She was also in Sharp Objects. But yeah, like she looks different, a little older, her hairstyle is different. But I totally recognize like her face. Rick's gonna pull her up real quick. I think her name is Lulu Wilson.
Yeah.
So that's her. So she's in The Haunting of Hill House. And I just think it's funny. Like go back to her IMDb page real quick, or click off this picture, and just it's funny to look at her her credits. Like I think how old is she? She must be like 13. But like she's been in Ouija, Annabelle, whatever the fuck is Deliver Us from Evil. Like this girl apparently like loves horror shit, man. Like
Sharp Objects.
Yeah.
She was in Ready Player One.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Elementary kid.
Probably a small role.
Yeah, she was born in 2005.
She was in Cop and a Half, New Recruit, Mike.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and she is 13 years old, and it's like she must really like that genre, or she just keeps getting typecast, or what. But I wonder if she has nightmares on a regular basis.
I know, huh?
It's pretty crazy.
She's born 2005.
Yeah, so she's 13. It's crazy. But yeah, I just thought I'd talk about like if you guys have it, if you're in for something, like if you're looking for something to watch for Halloween or just this time of year or season. I've only watched, like, for all I know, the show goes off a cliff on episode 2. Because I've only watched the first episode. Hopefully not, but because it's getting.
It was trending on Twitter.
The show's getting really good reviews.
That's what I'm saying.
Like from before it started, I read that like the show's like I've seen a couple, and the show's getting very, very, very good reviews, and I like what I've seen so far. So I just wanted to bring that up. Rick, you should definitely check it out. It's
my Twitter feed definitely has people saying, "Oh my god, the first episode of Hell House."
I think you will really, really appreciate it. It just, I don't know. I don't know why. It felt fresh and different. It's just cool. And it's just exciting to, like, I'm watching this. I'm like, there's fucking 10 episodes, hour-long episodes of this. Like, this is going to be fantastic. With that said, Rick brought it up. I guess we might as well. We might be hitting a little bit spoiler territory. We're going to hit spoiler territory a little bit. But, man, American Horror Story. It is on, man. Like, we've been getting so much of the Coven stuff lately, or like, you know,
spoiler alert?
Last few episodes we've been getting a lot of the Coven stuff that I'm just like, now we saw Murder House, like, holy shit, I can't fucking, that's next week. Like, as far as I read, that next week's episode is actually called Back to Murder or Return to Murder House or something like that. So like, I'm so excited. You didn't see the preview, did you? Or did you? See the preview. So the preview doesn't show much, but they're very much. See it. Do you not want me to tell you? Not even a thing?
I'm going blank.
Okay, I won't tell you anything. But the preview barely shows you shit either.
Oh, it does? Okay.
It really doesn't. I mean, there's a few things, like, there's things like that you could expect, but I guess I'll let you see it. Well, I'll give you a little bit of a tidbit.
That's fine.
Well, first of all, you don't see her face, but you see Jessica Lange. You know it's her, so she's back. And the guy, I'm forgetting his name, but the guy that goes with Madison Montgomery, Emma Roberts' character, you know?
Oh,
like,
the
he's
guy.
Gonna go with her.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, because
they buy the house, so they're the new owners of the house.
Oh shit!
And so they're going there, and then they're gonna live there, and we're gonna be back in that world.
The show started with what was her name? Like, she wakes up from fainting. And she sees basically it seems like she almost saw what was going to happen. Because we're still technically in the past, aren't we?
We're still in the past. We're still before Apocalypse.
Yeah.
You're talking about Sarah Paulson.
There you go, yeah.
Cordelia.
How do I forget Cordelia?
Well, why?
That's a character on Buffy.
Okay. How do you forget Cordelia?
Okay. So yeah, she wakes up after a like murderous type of zombie apocalypse thing. So it seems like they know what's going to happen, or she has an idea of what's going to happen, and she no longer. Are you looking for tissue? I'm totally out.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fine. I'll deal.
Yeah. So. people are speculating that there's something up with this dude, Michael Landon, and the fact, I guess, jumping towards the end, the fact that both one of the guy members of their coven and Cordelia herself both have issues with Michael Landon.
Yeah.
Shows something's up. I mean, I guess we kind of already know what he is, but it's cool to see this whole story.
Well, on the
unfold.
show, they're calling him a warlock, but he's not a warlock.
He's not a warlock.
He's fucking. He's basically like the spawn of the devil.
Yeah.
Or what? Something of that sort. He's from hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was just like
the part where he said, like, I'm gonna give you guys a trip to go back where he started. I mean, I was thinking, like, where the fuck was that? And then they show the murder house. I'm like, oh, duh.
Yeah.
So that was actually kind of a surprise to me.
Well, then they said, what's so special about this place?
Yeah,
and then I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, it wasn't until they actually showed the house where I finally put two and two together.
I'm so excited though, man. Like just everything. Like this has just been so like. There's a lot of return. Like some, Lily Rabe, the actress.
Yes.
Like, Misty.
Misty, that's her name. Yeah.
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks
was
there.
Back for
another solo.
Yeah, it's just. And she sung that. Like that was not like. I mean, I'm assuming she sung that on set. Like that was definitely not the album. Yeah, completely. But yeah, man, it's just been so fucking good. And as far as from what I've heard, next week's episode is also a bit longer. It's supposed to be an hour and 18 minutes with commercials, and I think 55 minutes without.
Yeah, because I feel like every time I'm watching these episodes, they feel like they're only like
there's
20 minutes.
There's a lot of commercials. I mean, they're longer.
I
than
get
that,
no commercials.
I think they're about 40. I think they're about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
This one's going to be 55. So
yeah, when I watch it from the
15
app,
extra
they don't
minutes.
give me commercials. It just says limited commercials.
That's cool.
It doesn't show me commercials.
That's awesome.
But even then, like it feels like the show's only like 20 minutes when really it's like about 42 minutes.
Yeah, and it's just a lot of that just has to do is like you just want to keep seeing more and more and more.
Keep seeing more.
But it's been, man, I'm really excited. It's been awesome seeing all this again. I'm so glad you watched Murder House, man, and like.
Yeah.
And isn't that a good season? Like, because I mean, you have to admit, like, you're pumped. You're probably kind of excited that we're going back to Murder House, right? Like,
sure.
It's such a good fucking season. And then I do think you'd like Hotel. Oh, I was totally, man. I hope you caught that on camera. I completely spit on Rick. I'm sorry. Apologize. It's been a while. I have a sweatshirt on, so you can elbow the shit out of me if you want. Your dry ass elbows. All right. So yeah, Hotel. You got a little taste last week.
Yes.
Of Hotel, like. You saw Evan Peters' character. Like, that was him and the character from that show. Queenie, if I remember right, it's been a while since I watched that, but yeah, like, I don't remember if they called it, like, I could totally be wrong, so you guys could say shit in the comments. I don't remember if they referred to her as Queenie in Hotel, or if it was just like, oh shit, it's her. But I think they did. I think we did know that it was her, and she was just visiting the hotel, and then she died in the hotel. And the hotel, it's similar to Murder House in that, like, if you die there, you can't leave there,
That's so interesting.
Yeah, so it's that's why I wanted to warn you about it a little bit. I was like, all right, dude, like there's gonna be a reference to Hotel here, so I just gave you a little bit of a warning. But yeah, it was cool how they brought that all together. Regardless, we're having fun watching American Horror Story. I'm so excited I'm so fucking excited for this upcoming week. I can't wait.
Kathy Bates. Fucking awesome in this.
Dude, oh my god, was she fucking
she's
cut?
She's such a great fucking actress.
She sliced his fucking heels like the. Oh.
That's one of my like fears. Dude. Yeah, I hate
his Achilles. That's what that's called, right? Your Achilles, yeah. The Achilles tendon just slice.
I know it's pretty damn graphic.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Well, it's just like and if you. Just for good measure, let me pour a bunch of fucking gas on him, and then I'm gonna hop in my car and light and throw a match on his body too, just to make sure he's dead. But they're doing a good job, man. Like they're making me hate. Like I fucking hate Michael Langdon. Like they're doing a good job of making you not like him too. They're starting to get there.
Yeah.
So.
I liked how they saved Misty from her hell. It was her dissecting the frog that kept coming back to life.
Yeah.
That was her hell. That was interesting.
Yeah.
The way they make hell look, or the way it's created is like their own personal hell.
Yeah.
Which is something that I kind of thought of, like, I mean, before this, like when I would go to church or whatever, like, oh, you're gonna go in hell where you're gonna burn and all this shit. I'm like,
you picture like this fire.
That doesn't really. I mean, you're dead. Like hell would be, and then in my opinion would be like, I have to work at Domino's for the rest of my fucking eternity. Like, I
Yeah.
fuck that shit. And like, every caller is this caller named Baker that we used to have, who's in a complete asshole. That would be my fucking hell. And the way they're portraying hell in this is similar to what I think maybe most people will think, or when they say sarcastically, "Oh, this is my hell,"
Right.
is what they're actually going through. Like, she's working retail, and her was dissecting a frog.
Yeah.
And then when Michael Landon comes in, he dissects the fucking science teacher,
Right.
which was fucking gross. Oh, but that was so good. God damn, that show's good. All right.
Yeah, man, it's exciting. We'll get off this, but we're
Yeah.
talking about horror. We'll move on. We have other stuff to cover. So,
Yeah, and still enjoying it. I'm sure we'll talk about it
oh, we definitely will.
again
Yeah.
soon. So, that being said, I don't know if you have any more news. Should we jump into trailers?
Yeah, we'll just jump into trailers.
All right, so we got a few trailers for you. Some we've seen, some we haven't. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into movie mode, and we're gonna watch the trailer for The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. There's a full trailer.
Yeah, we saw a teaser. What we watched on the show before was a teaser, and now this is the first official trailer.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Party Kinkle, the only person you're gonna scare is yourself.
Gotcha.
Good night, Harvey.
Good night, Sabrina.
In the town of Greendale, where it always feels like Halloween, there lived a girl who was half witch, half mortal, who, on her 16th birthday, would
Like
have
how
to
she's all
choose
calm
between
and-
two worlds, the
Yeah.
witch world of her family and the human world of her friends. And that girl is me.
Are you willing to forsake the path of light and follow the path of night?
I can't do this.
You must.
I shall deliver Sabrina. You're going to die, half-breed. Girls. Let's not be catty bitches.
You're a rebel, Spellman. That's how I like my witches.
I'm not an evil person. But these are desperate times. My name is Sabrina Spellman. And I will not sign it away.
Would you like to do the honors?
With pleasure. Rise. Rise.
Was Aunt Hilda?
She annoyed me, so I killed her and buried her in the yard.
Holy shit, man.
I'm so excited for that, man. Like, that's why I wanted you to watch that trailer. I was like, dude, just watch, because Rick was gonna wait for the podcast, which I get, but I couldn't wait, and it just looks so good. Like I also watch Riverdale, and I think Riverdale, like, you know what you're getting with something like Riverdale. It can be a little hokey at times, but it's really not anymore, and it's on the CW, which is fine. It's dark in its own right, you know, for something being on CW, but I'm so excited for this, which is going to be on Netflix, where basically, like, they could do anything.
Do whatever
They do whatever they want. So,
Mike, I have a
looks so
question.
good. Go ahead.
So this trailer is fucking awesome, first of all. And you watch Riverdale. I never really finished Riverdale at all.
It's all on Netflix.
Is it?
It's there for the taking.
And you know how I know. Riverdale's kind of dark, you said, right? Like, how is the theme of this compared to Riverdale? Is it similar or is it a little different? Other than the fact that it's like very evil, occultish. Like,
I mean, the style does seem it seems a little similar, you know. But I mean, like obviously, like Riverdale is more like, you know, there's love and relationships in high school. Like sometimes I feel like there's a Gossip Girl vibe to it, but then there's always like a dark, like there's kind of like a motorcycle gang, and like there's always like a murder mystery thing that's kind of happening too. So like it is very similar in tone, but it's toned down enough in that it's on, you know, CW. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, you know, like CW I feel like gets away with, like, I don't really know what you can get away with on like these regular channels now anymore, but I mean, like, a lot of the girls on the show are wearing fucking small ass bikinis and all this other stuff. Like, they basically show as much as you could show going into a sex scene and stuff, and like I'm trying to think of like gore level. Like, I don't know how gory they get, but it's just,
well, it's more like it's similar but not too similar, I'd say.
I mean, I'm not going to be able to really tell you until I watch
until we
it.
watch
But
the
yeah,
show.
It's definitely similar.
But
why do you ask?
I'm just wondering because
Yeah.
you know, it's the same producers of
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
And,
yeah.
the way like this trailer makes it, like the way it's portraying it, almost even it feels like going back to the 90s Sabrina, but just darker. But still has, it seems like it's still going to have that lighthearted feel.
Oh, I think that'll definitely still be
And
in there.
jokiness. That's why I would almost, and I've already mentioned this too, like it kind of reminds me of Buffy.
Yeah.
Where it's still dark, but at the same time you got your humor in there that's gonna relieve the moments of tension.
I think the humor is definitely going to be there. Like, I don't think this is going to be like a constant horror fest.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. Like,
I think when shit goes down, shit's gonna go down.
It's hard for me to look at that and think this reminds me of the Melissa Joan Hart Sabrina, because it doesn't. You know, like.
Well, I thought the song was kind of like a nod to it, because even Sabrina kind of had like that.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, it's hard because like Sabrina just felt so sitcom, you know, and like this isn't gonna be that. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Like, I don't know. At Riverdale, what did you watch? Like just a few episodes?
Just like the first 5 episodes, I
and you liked it.
I liked what I watched, yeah.
It gets, I feel like it changes a lot though, like beyond that first season. Like it's definitely gotten darker and moved into a different direction. And then that brings me to something. Put on the spoiler button for me real quick.
All right, we're going to throw some spoilers.
I'm doing this on purpose because Riverdale just came back. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you have to, but I mean, I do think you'd like Riverdale. Knowing what I know about you with Buffy and Veronica Mars, like I feel like, and then you've liked what you've seen. Yes, Rick and I have watched Gossip Girl. You like, you know, stuff about Gossip Girl, like just sort of the tone. It's kind of a fun show. I think you would really like Riverdale. So it's all up there. Like every season except for this current season is on Netflix. But the new one just started this week, the new season, and I haven't looked into it, but before I watched it, like I happened to stumble across something where people said, what the fuck with the last 2 minutes of Riverdale? I'm not going to spoil it for you either because you might watch it. And I'm not going to get, I'm not going to get very specific. All I'm going to say is the shit that happened towards the end of Riverdale this week felt like they were already planting the seeds for Sabrina Riverdale crossover. And that's all I'll say. And so that's how, cool. To me, like, that's how, like, kind of...
I would love to see that.
Like, Riverdale is so...
Can I turn off spoilers or no?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can turn it off down. Riverdale is kind of, like, versatile, however you want to say that, in that way, in that, like, they have the episodes that are kind of, you know, campy, like, almost like, you know, cheesy to watch high school, but that's the point. You know, they have episodes that are like that. Then they have other episodes that are more serious in tone, where there's like gang wars and like, it just, and then now they're doing stuff too, like they've done stuff with murder, and now there's this shit that's going on right now where it looks like it's starting to get supernatural, where you're just kind of like, and in the world, it's not like they're just like, oh, this is normal. They're like looking at this and they're just like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And so it's cool, man. Like, I don't know how else to put it.
How many seasons are there now? 2? 3?
I think this is
third season.
This is 4 or 5. Well, but here's the thing though. The first season I think was only like 7 or 8 episodes or something, and it was quick because the show started I want to say the show started like in spring or something.
I think it was supposed to be like a filler, wasn't it?
Well, it was always
I mean, it was coming out, but I think it was supposed to be like a...
Yeah, it started and then it came back like a few months later. But yeah, like one season I don't think is very long. Yeah, you'll tell us right now. I want to say there's been 4 seasons, but maybe there's only been 3. There it is. Let's see.
2 seasons on Netflix right now.
Okay.
They went to 22 episodes.
Yeah.
I should have stuck with the...
No, you're not allowed to make that comment when you don't watch the show, dude. Like, you can't say
It's just the thing recently that I've been been annoyed with.
All the way.
Is when... I like the smaller seasons. I don't like 22, 23 episodes. I just finished Flash, and I wanted to watch Arrow, catch up on Arrow. Like, fuck, I have to watch 22 or 23 fucking episodes? Like, just tell me which ones are the important ones to watch. I don't want to watch
But see, that's your own fault, though. Go to season 1. I'll tell you why.
13 episodes. Yeah.
Okay. You have to understand, Rick, like, and that's why I think it feels like there's...
Because they're going to be filler episodes, and I hate filler episodes.
No, that's why you're not looking... There's not... In my opinion, there aren't filler episodes. Like, you're looking at this the wrong way. And you also have to consider that, like... It's 22 episodes, but the show's kind of almost going on for most of the year, and then it takes a break. You know, it does the like it comes back in September, and then they might show like 10 episodes before they go on their break, and then it's right back again like come January or something, and then that's another 10 episodes. But the thing I like about Riverdale, there's like a constant, consistent story that's happening and that they're telling. It doesn't feel like, it's not like Veronica Mars like episode of the week with the like it feels like that they're constantly furthering the story. And then, like I just told you, I would have thought that there was more than I get that we're on season 4 or season 5. And you want to know why? It's because there's been that many stories that have kind of started and ended that it's felt like that the season has ended like apparently within the same season. Does that make sense? Like a storylines have ended within a season, so it doesn't. It's not like, I don't know how else to put it.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like it's not I understand what you're saying, but it's not that. You know, like I legitimately would have thought, I think they're on like season 4 or season 5, and that's because
it seems chopped up like that, in a sense.
Well, in a good way. It's like you think something has ended, and then it comes back like, oh shit, this hasn't ended. It just has a good flow to it, man. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I can understand how it feels daunting when you're like, oh, this season is 22 episodes. But I mean, I think that's a good thing too at the same time. Like, if it's a show that you like, you should be happy that you have that much content. And then if you're watching it as it happens, it doesn't feel like, oh my God, this season's so long and it's dragging out. Because you have to realize the show is running from September till like May. You know what I mean? It's not like... It's not like to September. It's not Netflix style where like here's 22 episodes, boom. It's not September to November, 22 episodes. It's going over like a 6 or 7 month period, you know. So you have to look at it like that. But from what I recollect, I don't feel like shows have been filler. Episodes of Riverdale have been filler because it just feels like that they're always furthering their story. Maybe some weeks more so than others. But it always feels like they're heading towards something, and they keep you in, man. And the show, in some ways, even though it's still a pretty young show, in terms of like hasn't been on very long yet, like it feels like it reinvents itself. Sometimes you're watching it, oh, it's a murder mystery, oh, it's a love story, oh, it's this, but it's in a good, I don't know.
I'd have to watch it.
Yeah, it's you get what I'm saying though.
I get what you're saying.
It's good, like don't look at it like that, you know. So
it was just kind of hard because like. Some of the, what I watched was like Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, and all that. And like those are long 22 episodes, 23, whatever they have. And like, I just stopped watching it because there was so much bullshit in between. Like, just fucking get to the point.
Yeah.
None of this middle story stuff has anything to do with the outcome of what everyone wants to know.
But do you think some of that has to do with you being like, it being comic book properties and you kind of know these characters somewhat? And you're expecting them to get to certain points.
With Flash more than Arrow, yes. Because I know more of Flash than I do of Arrow. But yeah, I guess that could be it too. I just like to see a move. Like, we didn't need a fucking musical episode for Flash.
So
bullshit.
there is a musical episode of Riverdale from what I remember, but it's still pushing stories forward. It's not just filler. Nothing to me has felt like filler. Every episode of that show, from what I remember, has felt like that they're moving towards a goal.
Although it's not my favorite episode, Buffy did it best.
In your opinion, up to this point, because you haven't seen everything, so.
Nothing's gonna be Buffy.
Oh my god. Anyways, bottom line too, just don't look at it that way. It's like, oh cool, I'm watching. Like, to me, if you're into something and you're sucked into it, you're not thinking about like, oh fuck, I'm only on episode 5 of 22. You're like, oh shit, I can't wait to watch the next episode. Like, don't look at it so like math. You know what I mean? Like, it's entertainment. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, yeah.
And if you're enjoying it, I mean, to me, I would point that more towards like Flash and Arrow and stuff. Like, maybe you aren't as into those shows as you think you are if you're looking at it like, oh, this is kind of, you get what I'm saying? I'm not saying you aren't a fan of the shows, but I'm saying if you're asking yourself that while you're watching it, maybe you aren't that into it. If you're like, okay, fuck, get to the point, So that could be more of a you problem than a show problem.
Perhaps.
Or the other way too. But yeah. Anyways, I'll get off this. I do think Riverdale is something you should watch, but I just wanted to bring up that it seems like I haven't looked into it for myself, but I won't get into it. What I said earlier, I'm like, oh, fuck.
Okay.
Which, that's getting me excited to think about the possibility of those characters on the Netflix side of it. Because then again, on Netflix, they could get away with and do more. Like, I don't know. It's interesting. Well, even, like, I don't remember how much of Gossip Girl you watched, but I remember saying to you when we watched that show, I'm like, Gossip Girl feels like that they could have, that show could have been on HBO. Like, that show is kind of like that. Like, I remember watching like, dang, like this is on CW. I'm like, fuck, I feel like if they were on HBO, they just would have pushed a little bit further. But anyways, I can tell you're ready to move on. Fuck you, Rick.
Well, we got more show to talk about. And that is Spider-Man trailer for Into the Verse.
Yeah.
You've only familiar with Spider-Man Homecoming? You never watched Tobey ones? I haven't watched any Spider-Man or anything. You saw Homecoming.
When?
You didn't see Homecoming?
Yeah, no, I didn't. I've never seen any Spider-Man stuff in theaters.
God.
I think I've been at a friend's house and he threw on the Spider-Man movies. I was like half paying attention. I did see the first trailer for this thing. I'm going to watch this on the show.
Yeah, this is actually apparently the second trailer. Okay.
And so I think I saw a little bit of this on the background because again it was on Kind of Funny and I usually have that on every morning if I'm home.
My name is Peter Parker. I'm pretty sure you know the rest. I saved the city, fell in love, then I saved the city again and again and again. Look, I'm a comic book, a cereal, I did a Christmas album, and a so-so popsicle. But this isn't about me. Not anymore.
Spider-Man swings in once a day, zip-zap-zop in his little mask and answers to no one. I love you, Miles.
Yeah, I know that.
You gotta say I love you back.
Dad, are you serious?
I want to hear it.
Look at this place.
Dad, I love you.
Dad, I love you.
That's a copy.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Miles Morales. I'm the one and only Spider-Man. At least that's what I thought.
You ever hear of the Super Collider? You're gonna love this.
Dimension opening now.
You're like me. That's impossible.
All right, kid, listen up. This fry is your universe.
No, sir, it was driving me nuts.
And this delicious normal fry is my universe. So you want to learn to be Spider-Man?
Can you teach me?
Yes, I can. Time to swing. Good, you're doing it. Double tap to release and whip it out again.
Okay.
Whip
and release.
You're a natural. Whip.
Hey guys,
Who are you?
I'm Gwen Stacy. I'm from another dimension.
How many more spider people are there?
Hey, fellas.
Hello.
This could literally not get any weirder.
It can get weirder.
Okay. We need to get back to our universes soon.
Brooklyn is gonna collapse. My family lives in Brooklyn.
Whoa.
Miles, what's wrong?
This was never your city. It's mine.
If I don't destroy the Let's go.
is what makes you Spider-Man.
Officer, I love you.
Wait, what?
That way, that way. Other way.
Do animals talk in this dimension? Because I don't want to freak them out.
Dude.
Only on the big screen Christmas. So it's only going to be... Does that mean it's only playing in theaters on Christmas Day? And then otherwise it's like, you know, for sale, VOD or whatever?
Probably.
Interesting. So that trailer was kind of like an expanded trailer. Like a lot of the beginning part of it seemed like what we'd already seen.
So this kind of explains a little bit more about the other Spider people in this. So we got Spider-Gwen, we got Miles Morales, regular Spider-Man, and then we got Spider-Ham, which is funny. He's not Spider-Pig.
You might as well be speaking a completely different language to me right
now. And then we have the Noir Spider-Man, which was that one dressed in all black. And Nicolas Cage is doing the voice for that guy, for that Spider-Man. Yeah.
I didn't... fuck. He spoke, right?
A little bit, but it's kind of hard to catch. But I had to look it up myself to see who was who. But I think it looks fucking awesome. I like the animation style of it.
Who's doing the animation? Do we know?
The Marvel.
It looks cool.
Studios.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It's computer animated. Like it looks pretty cool. Like I don't know. I like that. Like I know some people shit on computer animation sometimes now.
But if you look at it closely, there's a little bit more than just.
It looks really cool.
Than just like each. It's like each Spider-Man in that has its own animation. Because if you look at the Ham animation, it looks very Looney Tune-ish. Like I don't know if you kind of noticed that.
It did a little bit.
So I feel like each one, and like with the Noir Spider-Man, that one's a lot more. Like it almost feels like a Sin City type of look to it. But yeah, the cast in this, like we have Jake Johnson who's playing the main Spider-Man, and then you have Haley Steinfeld playing Gwen Stacy, Nicolas Cage is Spider-Man Noir, Liev Schreiber is playing Kingpin, Lily Tomlin is playing Aunt May. So, there's some pretty good cast here, in my opinion. But I'm super excited for this. I think I'm more excited for this than Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, really?
Or not Homecoming. Far From Home. Is it called? Yeah.
Is there a trailer for that?
No, not yet.
Okay. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I wouldn't know anyways.
We gotta get you to watch some Spider-Man, dude.
Why?
Cause Spider-Man.
It sounds like most of the movies suck.
No.
Alright. What is this? Like, what is this? Is this an introduction to Spider-Man? Is this based off a comic?
Not really.
Like,
This is really more based off the comics. Is what happens is like every Marvel universe has different dimensions, different universes. You know, multiverse. Okay. To say. So you got Spider-Gwen is if she got bit by the spider instead of Peter Parker did.
All right.
You know, I think Peter Parker was the one that died. Miles Morales is the I think that's supposed to be like the Ultimate Universe, maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. It's been a while since I've read up on all of this. But for the most part, it's all of these different comic books just colliding. If you saw in the trailer, like they mess with the hydrogen collider, what they had in Cloverfield. Remember the Cloverfield where they were going to use for sustainable energy?
It's been a long fucking time, but okay.
The Cloverfield Netflix movie?
Yeah. That one.
That one, yeah.
Well, don't call it Cloverfield Netflix movie.
I forgot what it was called. Paradox.
Okay.
They use the Hadron Collider, and that's what makes the different universes with different Cloverfields into different dimensions.
Yeah.
This is kind of what's happening here. They mess with it, and all these different Spider-Verses smash into one. So...
It looks like that's fucking Porky Pig under there.
Yeah. So I'm excited for this. Really, really excited for this.
But like, so you just said this is all these universes like colliding. Like, is there a comic that does this? Like, is this based off of an existing comic, or is this original to the movie?
I don't know. Okay. I can't say for sure. I want to say that there is something like that, but I can't say for sure. Because I know Miles Morales and Peter Parker did collide into the comic books, because when Peter Parker died... Miles Morales took over.
Okay.
But that's as far as I know. But I thought maybe showing you this might get you a little excited to see it.
I liked the first trailer. I thought it looked cool, you know? Like, I mean, I wouldn't not see it. It's hard for me to be excited as someone like you because this is all... It'd be like me showing you, like, a wrestling trailer. You know, like, you might think that it looks cool, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't not see it. I mean, maybe it introduces me to stuff. Who knows?
But yeah, I'm excited for this. Okay. I can't wait to see it.
Cool.
And we can move on to the next trailer.
Yeah, so I haven't seen this trailer yet. I'm assuming you haven't either.
I have not either.
I'm curious to hear what you think, since you didn't really, for some reason, the first trailer, for whatever reason, didn't grab you.
Yeah, the first trailer, what we're talking about right now is Glass. We watched the first trailer. You can see it right here in the card if you haven't. But I wasn't really too excited for it. I just didn't really care for it. So we're going to watch the second trailer, and then maybe my mind will be changed.
I have a feeling it's not, but we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
Rick is stubborn.
I'm apparently very stubborn. Here we go.
Elisha's changed over the years. He's given up.
We keep him heavily sedated.
But there is a reason for that.
He's too smart for them.
You won't be lonely anymore.
Watch, this is in the American Horror Story universe. Sarah Paulson.
The three of you think you have extraordinary gifts, like something out of a comic book. I've developed an effective treatment for this disorder. The light will force a different identity to take over.
Por favor, senora. I want my headphones back.
Step away from the controls now, little doctor.
Can't beat the beast!
So you're not going to shake my hand and let me walk out of here?
Good for you. What do you want?
I am here to see if tales of the extraordinary being are true. May I meet the beast?
I'm Mary Reynolds.
I need your abilities to get us all out of here and show the world we exist. That sounds like the bad guys teaming up. Do you believe you are an avenging angel, partner? I mean, avenge us.
I have to get out of here before he gets out.
They are contained.
They always underestimate the mastermind.
It has begun, David. I found someone who will require your full potential. You shouldn't be hiding in the shadows. You might want to try and stop us. A lot of people are going to die.
Now, who'd like a PB and J sandwich?
We're not meant to have this much power.
Finally, all of us together for the world to see what we are capable of.
You need to get out of here.
What have you done, Elijah?
Okay. That would have looked a lot better.
The first trailer looks fine too. I feel like you should watch that one after you've seen that one and be like, oh yeah, like I still think that looks really cool. I think that's gonna be awesome.
My interest has peaked a little more than the first one. Yeah, I'll go see it.
Okay.
More excited to see it than I was before. I'll put it that way.
All right.
It's crazy how they figured out how to trigger the different personalities in him with the flashes and lights. Cool. I like that. Because it almost seems like when we watch Split, it's just like it happens when it happens rather than finding a trigger for it.
Yeah, I don't think he has control over it.
So that's interesting.
Well, I'm glad that you seem like you're more into it now. I mean, I still am confused what not offended you, but how the first trailer didn't grab
It
you.
didn't
But,
offend me.
yeah.
It just didn't grab me. This one grabbed me a lot more.
I mean, I think I like the first trailer better.
Really?
Well, because this is a trailer that I probably like. If this was like a movie or like a franchise that I was more invested in, you know, like where like I probably wouldn't watch that trailer because I wouldn't want to see that much of it. But I haven't even seen Unbreakable before. Have you?
Yeah.
So I haven't seen Unbreakable, but I probably will. I probably should before seeing this.
Yeah.
But I was open to seeing this because I'm just like, oh, okay, well, like I'll probably see it either way. I don't feel like I have to be protective over spoilers or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatnot.
Cool.
So, yeah, cool. Glass.
January 18th.
Yep. Split came out in January too. So.
Did?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. I think that is everything we have.
That's everything we have as far as stories. But you were going to talk about Spider-Man.
Yes. So I've been playing a Spider-Man video game, and I guess I'm just gonna say what everyone else is saying, which is it's amazing, it's awesome. I love playing it a lot. The web slinging in this is just amazing. It just flows so well, and the way you activate it too with the buttons. Oh, you know, it really flows well and immerses you into the game. In my opinion, the combat style is. I mean, there's like combos and stuff that you got to do to, trigger certain abilities to fight. I'm not really good at that. I kind of
honestly that kind of turned me off a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've watched, not to interject, but like I kind of. I mean, when we saw the trailers for this game, I always thought it looked kind of cool, and so then when it came out. I kind of I watched some streamers play it and stuff just to see, because again, Spider-Man is something that like I'm not very well versed in, or that it's not less necessarily a universe that I'm super interested in. So I just wanted to see how much the game itself would grab me. And I remember when I saw stuff like that, it pulled me out a little bit.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that until like I went into the menus to see like, oh, you can do different combos and whatever. I'm like, it's like, okay, I guess we're going back to the Street Fighter days.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of like having to memorize like different button combos and stuff.
But I'm not trying to memorize it. I unlock them or whatever, and if I do it, I do it. I just press the buttons that I know that's gonna get the job done.
Because that works too. I know it does. You can sit there like, I don't remember, but I'm just gonna go do like you button mash and then something.
You figure out the combinations on your own. Like I figured out one of the combinations on my own without even looking at the list, other than that one time I did. But you also have different webbing. Styles or combinations too that you just trigger with the button. So you like hold down, I think it's L1, and then you get like a map of like you got the regular shooting, like you can shoot a ball of web at them, an explosive bomb web where it just traps everyone. So like you can select which ones you want rather than doing a combination. But other than that, like I don't know about the combos. That's just not me. With the web slinging, like the side stories are fun. You do side stories with pedestrians, on the street. Like you're supposed to gather up all these different pigeons for someone who's lost all their pigeons. It's kind of stupid, but it's there.
I mean, I've heard something like, does it feel like Spider-Man GTA, or is it not that?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit, except, it's not, you can't play with other people. It's just, but it feels that way, certain people you can go up to on the streets and high five, take selfies with, and that levels you up on your popularity as far as how the audience or the people like you.
Like, did you beat GTA 5? Like,
I didn't.
Did you play much of the story, or did you just play online?
I just played online.
Okay, so you're not the right person to ask then, because like that's why I asked. Because I mean, I know online is a big part of it, but like
I think I played I got to I didn't get far in it, but I played some of the story. But you can call it pretty much like that, like GTA. Like that. I would call it like GTA, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to do any of that. You can just swing around and you can collect backpacks. You can take pictures of different
you could do
buildings.
You could do nothing but main missions if you wanted to.
Yeah, I've almost collected all the backpacks. I've already got all the buildings, took pictures of all the buildings that you're supposed to take pictures of. There's a black cats in it, and you're supposed to take pictures or stakeouts of black cat's hideouts, I guess, or what she's stealing. And there's just a bunch of little things that you can do too. If you don't want to do the main mission, like you could do all the small stuff first, even before you go to the main mission, if you wanted to. I think you can. You find like there's like normal everyday crime too. Like you could be swinging to get to one place, and then you hear on the scanner, runaway car, and
you could like
mid
choose
Manhattan or something
to
like
go
that.
after it.
You could choose to go after it or not. So like you could do a lot of things. Like I said, you could be going somewhere else completely different, and then someone calls you to like, hey, I need your help over here,
Right.
or you can just see that someone's being mugged, and then you can go save them.
Kind of like Breath of the Wild too, in a sense of like you
Yeah, I
you
guess
go
you
in
could call it like
somewhere
that,
and then
too.
you're like, oh, what's over here? Yeah, I get that. So it's got a heavy open world.
Yeah, definitely. It's like the whole world of Manhattan, or the whole city of Manhattan.
Does it feel big?
Oh yeah, it feels big. Definitely feels big. It takes a while if you want to go from lower Manhattan to, upper Manhattan. And but there is fast travel on there apparently. I didn't know. It took me a while to figure that out. But I don't really care.
I know.
I don't really want to take fast travel because I like the web slinging in it.
Yeah.
And you can move really fast too if you really want to. Like if you get like a good momentum on it,
Yeah.
like you can just shoot straight through it.
How are you playing? Like, do you feel like you're kind of just doing a lot of the main missions, or are you doing a lot of side stuff too?
I'm doing a little of both.
Okay.
So like if I don't feel like playing a main mission, I'll just go do a bunch of side stuff or collect more backpacks or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've been doing a little combination of both.
Okay.
Progressing the story as well as progressing my progress as far as leveling them up. Like maybe I haven't said yet that I'm close to 50% done with the game, I guess. Or
You said at the top of the show.
yeah, I did say it. Yeah, and I think about 48 or something like that. But yeah, like the first thing I did is you're supposed to unlock the crime towers, the Osborne crime towers, which gives you your map for the city. Other than that, you're just gonna be web slinging, blankly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna unlock all those first, so I know where I'm going, rather than, have half the city of it.
Is that kind of like the towers in like Assassin's Creed, how that opens up the world?
I don't know
You
if
never
that's-
played? Well, did you like do that in Breath of the Wild too?
Yeah,
Okay,
there you
so
go,
it's
like Breath
that.
of the Wild. Yeah.
Okay.
Where you gotta unlock those towers or whatever to get more.
You
of
go
the
there,
map.
you can see more of the map. You could explore the map.
But you know
but
where you're
now
going
you know,
if you turn
right.
the map on.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly like that. It actually has a lot of similarities to Breath of the Wild too.
Well, I mean that you can't
As
credit
far
all
as-
that. It's just a lot of open world games
do that,
do
yeah.
stuff like that. So
But I'm having so much fun with it.
cool.
The voice acting in this is amazing. Like my Spider-Man, when I hear Spider-Man, I think of the classic 90s Spider-Man, Christopher Daniel Baker? I don't remember his name. God damn it.
It's fine.
So yeah, like I think
We
of him.
apologize for the noise.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
So for the most part, yeah, I'm having fun with it. Like, but as voice, what was it? Oh, the voice. Okay. The guy who does the Spider-Man voice in this is amazing. I like the way he riffs with the bad guys. The writing is great. The acting is really good in this, and the graphics of the game are amazing.
Cool.
You do find glitches in the game,
I mean, that's to be expected with open world stuff.
and it's really funny. I find them funny rather than annoying. I was taking down one of the areas, and you're supposed to take down all these people stealth. And I got to the last person, and he was behind like these rows of like pipes, and I couldn't get to him. Like, well, shit, how am I gonna? And then like I threw web at him, nothing happens. Like, all right, I'll just go right up to him and punch him out. And then it looked like it was glitched in between the pipes and the wall,
Oh,
so
really?
I couldn't get him.
Yeah, stuff like that's always funny.
So that was kind of funny.
Cool.
But I'm having a lot of fun with it. I can see myself platinuming this game easily.
Really? All right.
Oh yeah, because it's so much fun. You have to get it. If you like Spider-Man, you have to get it.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way. If you're a comic book fan, if you wanted a real good Spider-Man game, this is it.
I didn't know if you were talking to me specifically. Like, yeah,
No.
it's just a... Yeah, I don't know.
Because apparently you don't like Spider-Man.
Well, I don't not like Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
I know, I'm messing with you.
Yeah.
I just can't wait till Mike plays it. I'm assuming Mike, you're going to play it. So we can talk more about it. I know Cheesy finally got around to buying it.
Oh, really?
So maybe one day we'll have him on the show. He's working today. That's why he's not here.
Oh.
So, yeah.
How do you know this?
Oh, he was streaming, and I was.
Okay.
And he's like, oh,
earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yesterday, he's like, I'm not gonna make it.
Gotcha.
Tomorrow.
Gotcha.
I gotta work. So. Yeah, I pop into his streams every once in a while just to say hi.
Well, I do too, but it's always like I'm always in the middle of something, so I don't stay for long. I just like hop in for like probably honestly less than 20 seconds, so I don't even say hi because I don't want to be like hi and bye.
Right.
So yeah.
I do that sometimes. I just say, hey, I just wanted to pop in and say hey. Okay, bye. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm just having fun with it. The graphics are amazing, and I stream it here. So if you guys want to watch me stream it, be sure to follow us on Twitch.
Yeah.
Because we're almost close to 50 followers.
Where are we at now?
46.
Okay.
4 more people need to follow us. Just do it. You'll have fun with us.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I got. I don't know if you have anything.
I actually do. I've been doing something that I don't think you knew I've been doing, so I'm going to tell you now.
Okay.
I have been playing Detroit.
You have played Detroit.
I started playing it. I started playing it. Huh?
I said yes.
Yeah, I started playing. When you asked me, I had it. You asked me like
I asked you a while ago, yeah.
And I'm like, no, I haven't yet. And I don't know when I started. I think maybe last Sunday, maybe about a week ago. So yeah, I've been playing Detroit. AMA.
How far have you been?
AMA, ask me anything. I don't know if we want to put up spoilers or not. So the last thing that I just did, which this is tough because I realize the paths are different, but the last thing that I just completed was I've been to Jericho.
Oh wow.
Okay. And
I follow the signs to get to Jericho.
I did that whole thing, but the last thing I just did was where we went on that mission to go to the CyberLife warehouse. CyberLife, I think it's called, right? The CyberLife warehouse or whatever to steal more parts.
CyberLife, right?
Like the name of the company that makes the
Isn't that
androids.
towards the end of the game?
Well, I guess I've played a lot then, if that's the case.
I don't know.
I'm on the.
Are you talking about where you go into the building where you're gonna send your message?
No, you're spoiling the game for me now. I go to Jericho for the first time, and there's a lot of droids there.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Jesus, spoilers, Rick.
Well, you might not do that.
I know, but you're still telling me something. So, anyways, yeah, and I've been watching because I could see what you've done.
Oh, that's right.
I could see the stats.
You can do that.
And so there's some stuff where we've done stuff. There's some tasks that I've went on that you have not went on.
How are you playing it?
Well, how do you mean?
Like, are you playing it as you, or are you playing it as like what this character would do, or?
I guess I'm playing it more like me. I try to be a good person in every scenario possible.
Okay.
Usually.
I want to see what you've done, but I haven't.
Yeah. Well, you probably could flip on your game now, and you could go through the timeline and hit and look at my stats.
Well, I'm a disc.
Oh yeah, I have your game. That's right. But yeah, one time I had literally just stopped right when you signed on to play Spider-Man, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if Rick saw that I was playing it. Not that I was trying to keep it a secret, but I just,
I had no idea.
I finally played it, and I like it a lot so far. I do.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is really cool. I wasn't sure, because I've just kind of been a little burnt on games not games like that, because I like Heavy Rain, and I liked what's the other one? Why am I forgetting? The one that you loved.
Oh, Beyond Two Souls.
Beyond Two Souls. I liked both those games a lot, but I just didn't know how much in the mood I was for a game where it's essentially I'm just like, press this button at this time, press this button at this time. It's the same thing why I kind of fell off the whole Telltale, not to kick a company while they're down or almost non-existent, but why I fell off on that sort of thing. It's like you're making a choice, but it feels like you're not really making a choice, and blah blah blah. I don't know.
This game, you feel like you're making a choice.
It does, but for some reason it
just
just took a little bit to convince myself to just fucking start it, Bryce. And so I started it, and I'm like, all right, because I'll tell you one thing, like the opening of the game is the demo from what I remember.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
I didn't like the demo. I don't know why. I just for some reason I played that. I was like, yeah, I don't feel like I have to rush out to get this. But the game is so much more than that. Like, I don't think that was a good demo. I don't like how the game starts because for some reason that just doesn't pull me in, even though they probably think it really would pull you in the hostage situation. But
yeah, no, I get that.
I like the other stuff. Like I like playing as Kara.
Yeah,
I like playing as her. I have come to like I actually think, believe it or not, Marcus is who I like playing with the least. So I think I do like.
Oh, really?
I like the android cop guy. What's his name? Fuck, I can't remember.
Oh, I can't remember.
It doesn't matter, but
Connor.
Connor. I think I've grown to like him, even though he's what opened up the game. Like, I don't know. But now
it's hard.
Now I like his stuff a little bit more. But yeah, I've just noticed like little things. Like, I think you didn't do this, but like there's a part where you have a choice. Like you're gathering parts, and then another android comes up and says, "What are you doing?" or whatever, you know, and you have a choice of what to do right there. And I grabbed him and hid, and then I released him, and he covered for us. And then you go through that whole part, and then you have a choice. You have a choice to either you didn't do that. You just
I know what you're talking about though.
I know, but I noticed you didn't do that. Then you have a choice to either leave, or you can go in and get the key to steal a truck, and get more parts. I did that.
You did that?
I did.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I didn't want to risk it.
So I did do that. So just a lot of little stuff. I don't know. Another thing that I noticed that we did differently is after when you and Kara and what's the little girl's name? I should fucking know. I say her name so much. Well, the little girl you're watching after, it's gonna bug me. When you're on your own looking for a place to be, like what to do, you know, you like after you leave the house and like you can go into the laundry mat or whatever and steal that guy's sweater.
Oh yeah.
Or you can go into the mini mart and stuff. You got caught stealing his stuff?
Wait, did I get caught?
Anyways, I don't know. I don't remember. But you know, like I'm like, fuck, all these options suck. I'm like, I don't wanna rob the convenience store guy. You know, like I didn't want to pull a gun on the convenience store guy. So what I did is I did steal the wire cutters and I broke into that house. I don't think
you did. I didn't do that. No, because we ran into that weirdo.
Which one? The weirdo at the house?
Yeah.
Before
the house.
I went with him.
You went with him?
Yeah.
I was like, fuck no, I don't trust this dude.
But did you actually use the wire cutters?
Yeah, I did use the wire cutters, but I just didn't go that way.
I did. I went that way.
So you spent the night in the house?
I did.
I didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I spent the night in the car.
You could spend the night in a car?
Yeah.
What? Tell me about that.
Yeah, there's a part where you see an abandoned car that's not too far. I think it's like across the street from the liquor store. And it's like in this like abandoned area. I don't know where exactly, but you start searching for whatever you can find, and there's just an abandoned car there that you can open up. So I got the crowbar and I like popped the trunk.
Oh, you had to find a crowbar.
Yeah.
Where did you find a crowbar?
It was in that area.
Interesting. I never came across that. I never came across the car. I don't know, like that. The only options that I saw and I explored a lot was I could have went into the laundromat, stolen the clothes to be warm, and then there's the motel. I'm like, okay, well, I could rob and get the money and stay in the motel because I'm like, well, fuck, I'm just gonna stay in the motel with the little girl. But then I'm like, I don't want to rob this person. And at that point, I thought I explored everything. I never saw the car.
You never took money from the guy?
No.
I did.
No.
I didn't rob him. Technically, at gunpoint, I had what's her name make a distraction and then stole the money.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's another thing we didn't do.
No, I never took money. All I did was steal the wire cutters, and then I broke into that. It seemed like the easiest option. I never saw the car. I never discovered the car.
Yeah. Slept in the car, and that's when she changed her hair color.
In the car?
Yeah. Or just before we left, I believe.
How'd she do that? Just by looking in the mirror in the car?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, so that happens in the house,
That happens in the house, too? Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you change it to?
Black.
Okay, yeah, I did, too.
Yeah.
Because it's less conspicuous.
Yeah. Sure. But yeah, I did black.
You don't want to run around with blonde hair.
Why?
You'll stand out more.
I guess. I mean, there's a lot of blondes in this world.
True.
Anyways, it is interesting. I do like the game a lot so far. So far, I mean, I do.
That's
feel
cool.
like-
See, this is what I wanted to do: is talk about the different things you did and I did.
We could do it.
So,
Like, but yeah, I like it. I didn't think that I wasn't going to. I just, for some reason, I couldn't bring myself to be in the mood to play it. And then once I started playing it, I just noticed I just kept turning it on.
another question: has Connor died on you yet?
Connor died?
Has he died on you yet?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, as in that's gonna happen, or like you fucked up?
Well, if you fuck up and like you kill Connor, he'll come back.
He hasn't died on me.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't know that either because I passed it all the way with Connor.
I will admit, like, that there's been I forget what there's been a shit. There's been a couple chapters where, like, I looked down at my phone really quick and then I looked up at
The chase scene. Did you do the chase?
I did the chase scene.
And you saved?
I saved the lieutenant.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did do that.
And the guy got away. I did that. I noticed you did that. But there's been a few moments where I actually did, like, I replayed a chapter because, like, I looked at my phone and I looked up and I'm like, oh, fuck, what just happened? I'm like, well, that's bullshit. I'm not going to continue the game that way. Like, I want to be able to make the choice that I wanted to make, you know? Or, yeah. What happened to you with Kara when you go to that guy's house?
He was just, like, tweaked out or something.
No. Later, when you go to the house where the guy is supposed to help you, you go in the house and there's a weird guy. His name starts with a Z. His name's like Zlotsko or something. You get hooked up to a machine and he says,
"Oh yeah, that one."
So what happened to you there? I don't remember.
I escaped.
You escaped.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a chap.
I opened the cage.
I did too.
Okay, yeah, because I figured it was gonna come in handy later.
But I almost got fucked on the part where they say they're gonna, take off your tracker. Because like I did, I looked down for a second. And I think I started to get tired, and then all of a sudden it said your memory's been reset. I'm like, no, fuck that. I do not want my memory reset. And so like I replayed it because it wasn't like I made that choice.
Yeah.
That's why I don't consider that cheating. I'm like, well, I didn't make that choice. I just I got distracted or I fucked up or I started to get tired. That part was intense.
That part was hard.
Because you get out of there and then it's like you want to get out of the house and like you have 10 minutes. I'm like, man, I do not want to get separated from this girl or whatever. But yeah, man, I think I want to say I like this one. I haven't beaten it, but I think I like this one the most so far of the three. I think
wait till you get more into it.
I think I'm willing to say that. But am I kind of deep? I feel like I'm kind of deep in the game. Maybe I'm not.
You just said the warehouse, right?
Yeah.
And you're not that deep at all.
Really?
Yeah, you got more.
I played so much though.
You got more.
I mean, I believe it. I just feel like I've played a lot.
I felt that way too, and then like more kept happening, and then more kept happening.
The controls still suck ass.
They do, huh? Yeah.
They can't the camera sucks. Like sometimes I feel like they're definitely forcing you to walk a certain way. But yeah, thought we'd talk about that.
Great, I'm so happy.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Did you save the fish in the beginning?
What?
Did you save the little fish in the beginning?
Save the fish.
Remember where you walk the very first part of the game, the beginning. You see the broken aquarium, and
in the hostage situation.
Yeah.
What do you have to do to save the fish?
You just pick it up and put it back in.
I don't remember.
You didn't see a fish on the floor flapping around?
I don't know.
No?
I don't remember. Maybe it sounds familiar to me, but I just don't recall.
Oh,
but we have a flow chart that we could look at, and
that's true.
We'll be able to know.
Yeah, I can't wait to look at that.
Yeah.
All right, so that's gonna do it for this week's
episode.
Actually,
I guess I should do that because
some shit we like.
Shouldn't I wrap up?
So Bryce, wrap us up.
I was gonna say because if you wrap up, then it's awkward because then I'm the one that's supposed to say that's some shit we like unless you want to say it.
No, go for it. Wrap us up.
All
You
right.
do a better job.
I do not. Anyways, that's been episode 289. Thank you for watching and joining us. For anybody that did, if maybe you were lurking in the chat, but nobody talked to us aside from Mike. If you watched us live, we appreciate that. And if not, and you're listening to us, thank you for finding the podcast and taking the time to download and listen to us ramble on. And otherwise, if you are listening to the full show, go ahead and check out the clips that we put up. If you're not aware, again, I'm going to do it like that because, like I said, if you're watching the clips, you don't hear this speech. So if you watch the full show, we put up clips. If you don't want to watch this whole full thing, and you could watch clips of little things that we pull out from the episode on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We put up 2 on Thursday, and sometimes we do more clips than that. It just depends on the situation. And otherwise, if you like watching the show in one place, all in one spot, in one video, then continue doing that. And yeah, Rick, so
until next time,
that was some shit we like.